All right, so today we're going to walk through how to build a funnel. So here we are in our funnels section of our sub account, and we're going to go to add a new funnel. So I'm going to show you how to build it if you're doing it from scratch, and then how we do it from the template. If you saw the previous video on landing pages, you saw how to do it from um, AI. So we're going to do it from a blank. I'm going to start. Yeah, we're going to just type in music artist. Okay. And then I'm gonna hit create, and it's gonna generate just a blank page, and we'll have to build it out. So as you can see, it's absolutely nothing. So you're gonna have to add a new step, and this is gonna be our home page. And you gotta make sure you have a path, which you'll need for every page that you'll create since you're starting from scratch. Once I use the template, you'll see what I mean. And then we're gonna create from new or create from blank. And the cool thing about this is that it will walk you through right away as you see it open. So it's going to break down all the sections that you'll need to start. So you can choose if you want it full width, wide, medium, or small. So I usually do full, and it's going to prompt you to add a row. Here you can, depending on how many buttons you want, if you're doing it from scratch, if you want like a home, about me, in all those different sections, then you would choose however many columns you'll need. So for this one, I'll just do basic, and then you'll have to start putting in what it is that you want. So right here, I'll put in an image because that's usually where the logos go, and then I will just build out like a header or a button, I should say, or a button. So the funnel really is just about one product that you're doing or service that you're trying to get leads from. That's really what a funnel is. It's not like a website where it has all these different things, but you can add pages to it. And then you always want to make sure you want to save it because it will not save. You have to do it over. But cool thing about it is this little version, if you don't save it and you click it, it will then allow you to go back to where you were. So, all right, now you're going to start to build this thing out. And then you're going to put some information here. Hey, all new music arts. And then you can put whatever it is that you're trying to do. And you'll continue on down to how you want it. So that's how you do it from scratch. If you do it from scratch, I would highly recommend whatever your niche is that you look at someone else's to get an idea of what it is that you're trying to do. There's nothing wrong with copying and pasting someone else's that's in your niche. You just don't want to take it completely word from word of what they're doing and try to make it yours. Look at it, get ideas, and then go from there on how you want to then create yours. So for music artists, I usually do something that's in a creative section because they don't have really their own. So as you can see, there's a lot of different designs here. Um, and you just go from there. So let's just pick something. All right, cool. I have one that I've done. We're gonna just take this design service one. So you can view it before you get it. See, there's your logo about and all that information. And then here's the design. So we're gonna just use this one. And then we're gonna change some features on it. Okay, let's see what's going on. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna change the name here, and we're gonna put new music artist because we already got some that already say music artist, and I don't wanna get confused. Music New music artist. And then your domain will be artist store, and then same thing, you need a path. Alright. So then you're going to save this. Okay, so it told me okay. Alright, so now we're gonna edit and start customizing it for ourselves. Alright, so we're gonna just go through here, and as you can see, it's already set up for us, right? So all we gotta do is go in and make it our own. As everything, some things can be taken out if you don't want them. So this design I kinda like, but I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna go to the BG Media images, which are images within here. So I've been playing with this before, so I'm gonna use this guy for our background. He look a little blurry, so let me change the width of him. I might have to use another one because he was blurry. All right, let's go back in and see what we can get. So you're gonna come right here and we're gonna type in music artist, music artist, and you're gonna come to the left and change the media, my media to Upsplash, and you can see what you get out of there. So here is what this look like, and we're just gonna grab one and see what it does. All right, now we can cool. And then I'm gonna fade this a little darker, and there we go. And then I don't want it that dark, so I'm gonna move it and fade it halfway. All right, and then we're just gonna change this color. So all this you can start then putting your own information in. So instead of white, the colors were our colors were like that green. So I'm gonna change them. Make it pop. Change it to something that'll pop. I'll leave it. So then you're gonna go in and just start customizing it. So whatever it is that you are doing for your business, you wanna put it here. So this gives us a good, prompt. So good design is less design, is what this is saying. So you can put your, eye-catching headline, and then if you want a subtitle, you can put it there, or just a description of what it is your business is. And then you're gonna go ahead and do that all the way through. You can change the stuff, you can change the background color. All you have to do is click in the box of each section and you can change it to whatever color you want it to be. Just always remember to save it. And then let me break down importance of how this goes. So and publish. Okay, so right here is your header. It is important that these things are organized because it'll help you when you start connecting. So the first thing I'm going to do is go right here where it says element name, and I'm going to put header there. Make sure I save it. And then I'm going to come over to this side on the left where you see the arrows up and down, open settings, and then save section. With the save section, I'm going to title it header, and I'm going to add it to global section and save it. what the global section does, it will then carry this particular part to all of your pages so you don't have to keep taking it and moving it to where it needs to go. So if you look, if you go to appointment tab and you want it to go here instead of the logo, you can then remove this and let me go back. So I just want to take this little part. And then instead of adding all this information, you should just be able to add the global and then remove that one. And now it's there. So you don't have to go in, build out this section. You just copy and paste it over. And then we'll go back. So from there, oh, okay, so you got your header, and now you're gonna have this column. This is what is called your navigation. So where it says column one, column row, this is your navigation bar. And you're gonna save it. All right. And then we have our logo. So you can put your logo there if you have one. And let's see. Let's see what our dark one looks like. But I want this to be a little bit smaller. No, not that one. I want this one. Let's see. All right. So okay. All right. And then we're gonna go down. So you have to make sure everything starts to connect. So if you have a calendar already set up, this button will then go to your appointments. So we're going to make this say appointment button. And here is why the labeling is important. So, okay, there's no appointment button here. So let's go to navigation. If you scroll down to the right, you'll start to see the about, the service, the team, and the contact, right? So if you scroll down here, this section says about us. So we're going to label this part. And as you see, the green part changes so it updates it for you. So you're going to go back to the top to the navigation part. And we're going to go down to about, the little edit button. So it's asking to go to, and in this case, it doesn't have the what do you call it? The page. So then you would have to make a page because it doesn't have a button. How can you get around that? Well, I'll show you. So say like that you wanted to change that so it just do what it needs to do. So it kind of goes back to what I was saying when I was talking about building out columns and making these buttons. So if I wanted to make it go to a section and not necessarily needing a full page because it is a funnel, and in this particular case, I don't want to add pages. I just want it to be a one pager. So then I'm going to get the button and I'm going to make these each now what it is up here. So turn it into about, and then that's the element. We're going to turn this white. So then it's just a button. And scroll down. We're going to change our text color to black. And our text is going to be the word about. And then instead of open pop-up, we're going to make it a scroll to element. And then you're going to come down here and then you're going to find where we made the about section. So here's our about us. And you save it. And then you publish. So that's two ways of doing it. So if you want just a funnel and you want it to go to that section, then you have to build out yours. If you are using a template and it's going to a navigation section, then you'll have to make a whole nother page. And I'll show you how to make another page. It's the same way that you did when you made the blank page. So you're just going to go back here and you're going to add a new step and it'll be about. And of course, you need a path and it'll be about. And then you're going to save it. And then you can create it from the blank. But the cool thing about this thing is they have, there are already sections in here. So there's a pre-built section where if you scroll down, first one is about, so you can use that one. And you can choose what it is that you want or how you want it to look depending on what it is you're doing. So we take that one and now we just create it out. So if you didn't want this back here, let's say you wanted a image of the artist, then you can put them there. And this can, you can leave it something or you can put it like color that you want. You go here to backgrounds and then you can pick and choose what it is you're trying to do. Or if you want another photo, you can do that. And get it from Unsplash or Pix. And then you just put it behind the artist. So it's this one. And then you start to build it out. So now you have an about page. So when you go back to your home page, and if you choose the pre-built part that they showed, now you can link it to something. And your about is there. And you want to click on open and new tab and you're going to save it. And you're going to go ahead and complete the process. So whichever way you choose to do it, you have it. And if you don't like one or the other, then you can just delete it. That's all. And then you save it. And you're going to make sure you publish it. And that is how you create a funnel using a template and from scratch, pretty much a build out of the one particular thing that you're doing, um, either a service or a product, and then you can launch it. So I'll see you all in the next video.